Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. After Fubara made that outburst of his spirit leaving the government house, it has not augured well in his camp. His supporters are literally coming for him. Riverians, elder statesmen, top politicians from Rivers State are not taking his statement lightly, and some of them have decided to air their views. In fact, as we speak, there seem to be one or two issues going on within the camp of Fubara because of that statement credited to him, not by his aide. He spoke it with his own mouth, saying his spirit has left government house. If he has his way, most definitely he wouldn't want to return. But it looks like Nigerians are watching him in 3D and are asking very pertinent questions. Why then were you so in a hurry to see Mr. President? How come during the parade chat, yes, we could not help but mention the fact that Nicodemously you saw him with two other persons that are definitely not in the camp of PDP. Let's find out, go into the news properly and find out exactly what the supporters of Fubara, elder statesmen, Riverians are saying over the statement as it's receiving backlash on that statement. Before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Start with what a top Rivers youth has got to say. Emmanuel Moses is actually a resident of Rivers State, has shared his views on the recent comments made by suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara over the weekend. Fubara claimed that he does not feel desperate to regain his position as the governor. Emmanuel pointed out that it is disrespectful for Fubara to turn this crucial fight for their rights and community into a personal issue. Let me quote him word for word. He said, and I quote, "If Fubara thinks it's about him, then he must be thinking too much of himself. Rivers people and indeed Nigerians rose in defense of constitutional democracy and not for Fubara. Hence, it's an insult to our sensibilities for Fubara to reduce the struggle for the protection and preservation of our sovereignty as Rivers people into his maladventure, even though he's at the center of the scrambling for our collective patrimony as Rivers people." When I heard it as well, I felt Fubara actually might have gone overboard on this statement. But let's find out what others are saying. Fubara, who was suspended by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on March 18, 2025, following the state of emergency declaration due to prolonged political crisis in the state, claimed that he felt healthier as a private citizen and was not keen on returning to the office. Let me quote him word for word. He stated, "If I have my way, I wouldn't want to return. My spirit has left that place, which is government house, but many people, including the late Chief Clerk, has made sacrifices for me. That is why I must stand by them." Now, one Amabakuderemo questioned why Fubara had spent significant resources traveling to London for a peace meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and later meeting with FCT Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike in Abuja if he had no desire to return as governor. The governor is playing to the gallery. He has succeeded in throwing his teeming supporters under the bus again. If he does not want to return as governor, why did he go to London? Why did he visit Wike in Abuja? Amabakoderumo said. Now, Chief Anab Sarigbe, a prominent member of the Pan-Niger Delta Elders Forum, that's PANDEF, took a more cautious approach, stating that Fubara's comment was personal and not reflective of the views of Rivers people. Rivers people have taken a stand. They want the governor to be reinstated. We are satisfied with his governance. That is why everybody wants him back on the seat. When he's eventually reinstated, let him come and tell us what he will not. Let him come and tell us that he will not return, Sarigbe said. Sarigbe also expressed hope that the state of emergency would not last the full 6 months duration initially set by President Tinubu. Similarly, one Dr. Alaye Theophilus, the president of the Ijaw Youth Council (IYC), emphasized that the fight for peace in Rivers was not about Fubara as an individual, but about ending the political oppression in the state. Even if it was another person that was the governor of the state, it is the spirit that we would have deployed. It's not about Sim Fubara, it's about enduring peace and progress of the state. So whether the governor wants to return or not, it's not an issue. We want an end to the emergency rule in Rivers State. Theophilus said that the governor's remark have left many questioning the future of his leadership as the state continues to grapple with political instability and the effects of the emergency rule. Well, I for one, when I heard when he made such statement, I knew that he actually overspoke. He said what he ought not to have spoken. I know that the pressure was deep, because when he said that he doesn't feel like going back to government house, it didn't add up. Hey, I'm just talking now. Let's look at this critically without being sentimental here. You don't want to return, and you went and begged. Why would you, if you don't want to return, you would have kept quiet, stayed in your house, be happy. In fact, go on holiday. When you discover a state of emergency and then nothing is happening and nobody's fighting for your return and you are not fighting for your return. Yeah, apart from Rivers women and other youth who have been shouting, and many other people have been shouting for your return anyway. Just him now, Fubara has been silently silent, even though he had making moves privately. He would have, if he was truly not interested, he would have traveled to maybe Germany, stay there till whenever he's reinstated, or stay there till whenever his tenure finishes. That's for someone who does not want to return to government house. That's for someone whose spirit has left the government house. But you stayed. When you heard that Tinubu has gone to France, quickly you went there to meet him. Abba, bros, Abba, are we children? When you want to do this corner move, please remember that adults are following you here. Despite the fact that we are supporting you, doesn't mean that our head is under our leg. Our brains are functional. That we all like the idea of you being a good governor, but it's not that we don't know what we are doing. Okay, now to make matters interesting, you didn't stop at going to see the president privately to see if he can wade into this matter and probably give you soft landing. You must have referred it back to Wiki, of which you went down to Wiki with two to tell you exactly what you were doing. Why didn't you go with Bala Muhammad, which is the PDP governor, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum? You didn't go with him. Why didn't you go with Sheyi Makinde, who is a friend and ally of Nyesom Wike and also a PDP governor? But you went with APC governors. Even Bala Muhammad may not have known that you went there in a Nicodemously. You went there Nicodemously, but it is Wike you went to see Nicodemously. There's nothing that happens within the sphere of Wike that he will not bring out chats and news journalists to come and have a chat. That thing that was discussed secretly, all of that people discussed privately. We can spilled everything. Some few hours ago, open that and tell exactly how you enter. They say he cannot reject you. Even though you enter Nicodemus, your supporters will be shouting, and they will follow you go see Wike. They are being proud. They don't know that the Oga have gone to see Wike privately. They are busy shouting, I will follow you, Oga, I stand with you. They have now seen that they are a boy to a boy to a boy to Wike. So even their political ladder has become very far. So you're going to say your spirit is out. If your spirit is out indeed, sincerely speaking, if your spirit is out, so tender your resignation. But you did not tender. If your spirit is out, it would have been a case of, okay, anything that has to do with politics in Rivers, I will not put I'll just go to Germany or go to UK and just rest. You did not rest. You went there, rested, and came back. All of them. You are moving nocturnal meetings here and there. Wherever they say there is help, your leg is there. Come on. That was quite childish of you, and now you are beginning to hear that it's not about you. Yes, you're in the center of it all, but it's the fact that you are in the center of a situation where we want some certain constitutional issues corrected in our democratic settings, using Rivers State as a case study, not because Nigerians overlove you. It's because you are a symbol of governance, you're a symbol of democracy that must be protected. If you know that, honestly, you will know peace. That's going to wrap it up. Let's